The Bulldozer Matt Tremont, the 8-time Deathmatch Tournament winner, the former 2-time world champion, the owner of H2O Wrestling. And if there is one podcast to listen to, that is the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. Let's get ultraviolet, motherfuckers.
And good evening once again, fans. You're listening to the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. They're more than welcome to come on too anytime they want to come on.
Oh man, the girls pop good like.
Alright. It's a budget thing. Let's see what he's up to.
Thank you, man, and thank you for giving me the time.
Tune in right now. And good evening, everyone. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. My guest at this time, the one, the only, mysterious Movado. How are you?
Wah, wah, wah. Hi, humans. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing just fantastic. I'm sure everybody else is doing fantastic and spectacular and all that other stuff that goes along with it.
Yeah, I hope their days are going swimmingly.
Yeah, well, swimmingly or icy, right? Ice skating or icicles or something, because that snow is still in the forecast, I think. We're supposed to get some more here, unfortunately, but whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So, how are you doing tonight? Pretty good?
Doing excellent. Ready for a big weekend of professional wrestling, so I am excited.
Ooh. Oh, I bet you are. What you got lined up this coming week?
Friday night, I will be defending my Pro Wrestling All-Stars Cruiser Core title against any and all comers at Pro Wrestling All-Stars in Brownstown. That's at Victory Gym. So look that up on the old internets. I'm sure I've got a flyer that I've been promoting on my Facebook. And then Saturday, I will be in Lima, Ohio, bringing the mystery to War Wrestling.
Ooh.
And, that's going to be a good time. I'm actually facing Crosshairs Kelly, huge human, big dude, and a member of a faction down there, the Guiding Light, the Revolution. So they've kind of been a thorn in my partner Beastman and myself, our collective sides. And so we've got some singles matches as opposed to the typical tag matches we've been having down there. So it should be a good time.
Yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, I think one of my friends. His name is Cody Fleming, I believe.
Cody, sure, a fellow podcaster, correct?
That is the one and only with his humans too. His two other proteges, I should say. But anyway, man, what got you to being a wrestler? What made you want to pursue your career as a kid
in professional wrestling? Wow. Well, way back,
yes,
my human form. Basically, I was a fan of professional wrestling. Growing up, always loved it, and eventually, through knowing the Insane Clown Posse and Psychopathic Records. We were introduced into the world of professional wrestling, really thanks to Rude Boy, Rudy Hill.
No kidding. Cool.
Yeah, he kind of helped us get involved with the Insane Clown Posse before it was Juggalo Championship Wrestling. And so that's how my brother and I started and just kind of went through there and eventually got the training that I needed. Eventually got there through Truth Martini, and been going strong ever since the early 2000s.
Tell you what, Truth Martini, really smart man for being in the ring and being a manager, and just the way that he's been. Gosh, he's from the back of the days of Ring of Honor to just great personality for wrestling.
And a tremendous wrestler in his own right.
Yeah.
Everyone should look up his match with Christopher Daniels on the very first Revolution show from Detroit that I actually promoted and ran. So look that up. Look up Revolution. It's called Enmascarada, Revolucion Enmascarada. is the name of the DVD. And yeah, look that up. You can find it on eBay, I'm pretty sure. They used to sell it at Best Buy and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he was always by
Christopher Daniels versus Truth Martini is pretty spectacular stuff.
He was, because he was a part of that Sweet and Sour connection right there, the Larry Sweeney era, which was really cool back in the day. God rest his soul.
Larry Sweeney, rest in peace. What a talent.
I know, right? Like the first time I saw him at Ring of Honor, I was like, all right, this guy's great. He's got a good attitude. He's got the character. He's the mix between Colt Cabana and, just all the comedic wrestlers, from Kachara, of course, where he based it from, really. But I think that, you know, you really don't even hear about that name not much. Kachara anymore.
Chikara?
Chikara. Yeah. I think it's called. You really don't.
I'm not sure what is happening with that promotion. They have an awesome, like their own universe kind of thing, their own world.
Yes. Yeah.
It's really very cool. I had the opportunity to work for them before, which was a lot of fun. I worked with Ophidian there. So that was a fun match. It was a good match. But yeah, I haven't heard much about Chikara recently, and I'm not sure.
Me either.
Maybe an ownership change or something. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Mikey just, I don't know, took a break. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because it's his company, Yeah. But you see the ref every day on TV, so
Sure.
You see Bryce doing his thing.
See Bryce. You see a lot of former Chikara guys.
I know, like of course Colt and just others. Daniels, everybody went through that company as well. Just think about it, But then there's now it's like I'm seeing this company. It's called Camp Leapfrog, and it looks like the next like character wrestling. It's like, what I mean? Like it's a fun-based company.
Out. I'll take a look at it. I haven't actually heard about it. Camp Leapfrog, you say? Camp
Leapfrog with I believe it's actually run with Hattonfield, Boomer Hatfield, and the other one,
Dasher and Boomer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're actually from Chikara. So this would sound like maybe they're got an offshoot.
They've been doing. They just did a Valentine's Day IWTV thing. It was pretty cool.
Very cool.
They got a couple shows up there as well. And Cheeseburger, of course, from Ring of Honor is in it as well.
Awesome. Yeah, Cheeseburger's great.
Oh no, wait. No, CB now. He's called CB.
CB? Okay, pardon me.
I know. Name change. He wants to be called CB.
Listen, I understand evolutions, we got to change it up.
You have to, because the way that the world is, you're right. You can't keep one name, right?
That's right.
If I change my name right now, I'd be like, oh, where am I? I don't know. But anyway, back into growing up watching wrestling. What made you as a fan? Like what caught your eye?
Sure. Really for me, I was a big fan of like Alice Cooper, a big fan of Kiss growing up. So for me, anything that was like a larger than life character, I was drawn to. So, and there at the time, the 80s WWF was my really inspiration, because at the time I wasn't seeing NWA. I wasn't really seeing any independent promotions until really into the mid 90s, when on our local channels and the cable networks, we were able to find Smoky Mountain Wrestling or USWA,
ECW,
exactly, Unpassed. And so, we started to see some of this stuff and then go back into WCW for the Monday Night Wars. But definitely the original, like WWF, your Jake the Snake Roberts, your Hacksaw Jim Duggan, your Jimmy Snukas, your Undertakers, your the Bushwhackers, your Andre the Giant, King Kong Bundy,
Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky Steamboat. These characters are just so, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, like these characters were larger than life, and that's always what attracted me, to professional wrestling.
The Ultimate Warrior, of course,
Of course.
Yeah, with his many of attitudes he had. Too much caffeine. Yeah. But yeah, you know what? He was but he caught people's attention though. He wanted what he wanted and he got it, he made it.
To He's a legend, what? Hall of Famer, right?
I know. Hall of Famer. Who's the next Hall of Famer? I don't even know. I don't even know who's getting inducted these days. It's time. Oh no, probably Reed is going to probably get inducted. I'm sure. Butch Reed. I'm sure.
I would hope so.
Yeah,
it's a shame that it has to wait until somebody passes away. Butch Reed, I think, is definitely a Hall of Fame talent. So, but yeah, that we'll have to see. I'm sure they would be considered. Now that he's passed away.
But right now on TV, I think at 8:00, I think The Rock has his little young childhood show coming up.
That's right. Yeah, Young Rock. That should be interesting. Looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, to see who the roles who playing the characters like Vince McMahon and just all the wrestlers in general, probably extras and.
Yeah, they got a guy playing Andre the Giant, which looks pretty cool.
It's pretty. They keep The Rock keeps busy. Of course, he's got to.
The most successful professional wrestler ever is The Rock.
The Rock. Know your role. Right? Know your role.
Yeah. Future President Rock.
Oh, gosh. That would be scary. The Rock for president.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, I know. Yep. Yeah. How many guys have we had so far? Let's see. Jesse the Body Ventura, right? Yeah. We've had.
We had a WWE Hall of Famer as president just recently. So. Yeah.
Oh yeah! Don't forget about Nick Bockwig. Bob. What's his name? Bob Backlund.
Backlund. Yeah.
There was a great guy who had a killer cross-face chicken wing.
Oh, he sure did. He'll still beat your ass.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, he will. He's stern. He's a stern old man. That's for sure.
So let me ask you this: what legends have you wrestled?
Gee, let's see. Let's
go back to the history of your career.
Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Well, I've been fortunate enough to wrestle Demolition, the Powers of Pain, the Midnight Express, the Head Shrinkers, one half of the Bushwhackers. In terms of guys that like growing up with, I've wrestled Blue Demon Jr. I've tag teamed with La Parka, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Jake Roberts. So it's just some cool stuff. I'm probably forgetting some things, to be honest.
But to be in a ring with like La Parka, that's an honor, man. That's like a child, a dream to wrestle. One of those guys.
I grew up watching him. Same with Ultimo Dragon. At Ooh La La Lucha, when the most recent Ooh La La Lucha, I tag teamed with Ultimo Dragon, and that was a complete honor. And what a professional he is. Those are definitely Solar. He was a legendary luchador. I've wrestled Solar. So a lot of fun times, a lot of cool things. That's what's great about pro wrestling, when you travel and you get the opportunity to meet up with some of these people that you have admired in the past, and you get the opportunity to work with them. It's always cool.
It is, because you know what, it's a lesson that you get to learn. And also, you get to talk to them one-on-one, and it's like, this is a great experience, and I get to wrestle with you, and you could teach me some things, and
Absolutely.
just. They always say the tips of the trick, they give you the best tips,
That's right. Learn a lot from those guys.
Yeah, it's like going to seminars, as you always learn something new every week at a seminar, which is pretty good. So we got to Demolition. You know what? Speaking of Demolition, actually, I know a guy who actually created the theme songs for him.
Oh, nice.
The The guy's name is JJ McGuire.
Okay.
He did all the old all the hits from the Superfly to you name it. He did the originals with
Very
Jimmy,
cool.
the Mouth of the South. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Right.
You know, there was a manager, man. We don't see him that much.
For sure. Yeah.
It's like you don't see him as much, but you see him on these virtual signings, I think. But that's all right. Still doing his thing. And running his restaurant probably still, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
In Florida. Next to the Hogan's, what is it, that restaurant there? I don't know.
Hogan's, I think, or Hogan's Beach, something. I forgot what it's called.
I know, right? I never have. I know. Friends have been there, but I have never been. One of these days, bucket list places. Bucket places to wrestle. Probably Japan. I'm sure.
100%. Japan. So I was fortunate enough to wrestle, in Mexico City at Arena Mexico, which is definitely a bucket list thing for me. But
and then we just lost that one guy just passed away. God rest in peace to that guy. Boy, they just had somebody that died from Mexico from the I think DDTU or something, or one of those other promotions. One of the head guys.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm unfamiliar with what just happened.
I know.
Oh, but definitely rest in peace. But Japan would be on my bucket list. There's still a lot of states that I haven't hit, so I'd like to do that. Germany, I'd like to get to Europe and wrestle in the UK. So really anywhere and anywhere. Everywhere, basically.
You want to be
wrestling, I want to be there. I want to be a part of it. If they've got fans that they can reach, human beings that we can reach and entertain, that's where you'll catch me. I want to be a part of the action.
Would you like to see yourself on the East Coast? Come to there's so many promotions out this way, like Titan Championship Wrestling is a local promotion. It's
Sure.
Of course, what is it? Game Changer, H2O.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there's some great promotions. It's a really good scene, out there.
Black Magic, Synergy Pro. There's so many good promotions that they're just making their way. Standalone Wrestling, SWF, just so many. Even a women's division, Goddesses of War, But
okay. Yeah, there's some cool things happening for sure. I want to make my way down there, out there, anytime I can. Basically, it's just a matter of traveling right now, trying to get all my ducks in a row to be able to travel. COVID hit everyone pretty hard, so as of right now, it's basically been like Ohio, Michigan, Indiana. I haven't been traveling too far. I am next month. I'm in Wisconsin, so I'm back for Brew City Wrestling out of the Milwaukee area for Frankie DeFalco, which is an awesome promotion. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to going back out there March and April. So that's going to be a good time. But just trying to travel more now that it's slowly starting to open back up.
Yeah, it's slowly opening up. And then what is it? I guess Tampa, Florida has all that stuff coming around. I guess WrestleMania weekend. There's the Collective coming around. There's so much kind of wrestling, like Game Changer, GCW presents the Collective, or there's just so much.
There's just a lot of content.
Yeah, and what they put on the table and what promotions come out, you see that. I'm sure you've seen it. Like they have like the best AIW, Black Label, just all those good companies, all good
stuff. Absolutely.
Freelance Underground. Come on.
Yeah, like you can't Underground for sure. Yeah.
Cool company right there. Got my opportunity to be there one time. It was awesome. Good times in Chicago. So getting back to music, man. Talking about Alice Cooper. I actually I always tell the story how me and my dad got tickets to go to Alice Cooper. We actually, I was working a wrestling show actually for Game Changer. Actually, the late rest in peace Nate Hatred was wrestling, and I was a camera guy filming his match, running through the crowd on a rainy day. And the promoter is like, "Hey, you want to go get tickets for $40? All right, go see Alice Cooper. There you go, right up front, watching him."
Nice. Yeah, what a great entertainer. You know, just again a Detroit guy. You know,
I know.
Michigan
Just
guy,
to see all the props and the way that just fantastic.
True entertainer, a great worker. So I always appreciate those that can command the stage, connect with an audience. Ultimately, that's what we do as professional wrestlers. So that same kind of skill set has always attracted to me, and I've always gone for artists and entertainers that can do that can pull you in.
Now, what's your current music you listen to these days? What are you listening to? What's on your playlist as you go to the gym?
My playlist is pretty wild on my playlist lately. There's an artist that I've been listening a lot to by the name of Rodrigo Amarante. He's a Brazilian artist, actually. Many of his songs are in Portuguese or French, and some are in English. But he's a really incredible storyteller, singer-songwriter. I'd look him up. I've been listening to a lot of Beck lately.
Oh, good old Beck. Can't go wrong with Beck.
Especially his album Stratosphere, I believe it was called. Or I forgot what's his most recent album is all space themed, which is right up my alley. So I've been listening to a lot of Beck. I've been listening to a lot of Tom Petty. Can't
go wrong with Tom Petty. Cannot go wrong with
a lot of chill, a lot of very relaxing type music for me lately. But I go into a wide variety of stuff. I mean, I have a history as a punk rock drummer, a lot of heavy rock and roll, so a lot of different influences. But for right now, that's kind of what I've been listening to.
That's awesome. It's awesome. You got to stay with what you feels good, and every kind of music that's out there getting you pumped, and just what you want to listen to. It's like me, what am I listening to right now? Hell, I think I'm listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers still. Come on.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Dave Matthews. I always like a Dave Matthews. I'm of course, Alice Cooper, Just mix it up. Little Beastie Boys. I just got to mix it up.
There you go.
And then Post Malone, of course, just a little.
Post Malone's not bad. I mean, some of the stuff is not bad. I enjoy The Weeknd. I thought he did a really excellent job for the Super Bowl. I enjoy him a lot. I know. I enjoy that.
I just like that one song with Ozzy Osbourne. That's like the.
That was a good one. That's a good jam. Yeah, for sure. With Post Malone. Yeah. What else you got, man? You got some hard-hitting questions for me or what?
What have I got? All right, man. See, let me look at my little notebook. Oh, wait, I don't have a notebook. Uh-oh. Let me go get it.
I probably got about another 10 minutes here before I got to skedaddle.
Well, let me ask you this question. Been asking a lot of my guests lately. Okay. Have you watched the Cobra Kai?
I have not.
Oh, all right. Then I will save that question for another day.
There you go.
Because the roles of the characters I reversed it as wrestlers. Ooh.
Heels and face reversals. Yeah. But that topic is cool because it's kind of why I really enjoyed Creed 2. Creed 2, you definitely almost feel bad for Ivan Drago and his son, and there was an interesting dynamic going on with Creed. So I can appreciate that, and I have heard about that, but I've not seen Cobra Kai yet. I will.
No, No, yeah. If you go back to the original movie, who would the characters be? Like if you were to
Sure.
pick, like, the original Danielson,
Danielson. Right.
Miyagi as
John.
Mr. Fuji. Yeah. But all right, hard hitting question. All right, worst experience with a fan heckling you.
With a fan heckling me. Let's see.
Just got under your skin, like really boiled you, like really.
I honestly, that stuff, again, I'm a good guy, so a lot of times they're not yelling at me that way. But in the past, especially in the tag team, I've been in the role of the bad guy. I do remember we were wrestling the Midnight Express for Juggalo Championship Wrestling at one of the gatherings of the Juggalos, and a fan threw in a pack of lit firecrackers.
Oh, nice.
Into the ring, which scared the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Like stuff like that was probably the worst that I've had to deal with fans. I've rarely had to be physically involved with fans at a wrestling event. I have had to be involved with the Bump and Uglies when we've had concerts, and some of the fans didn't understand. They didn't understand that the wrestling portion was something we were entertaining with, so they would try and get involved. That has happened a few times.
Grabbing a chair and just grabbing a chair.
The fans are kind of free to do whatever they want, as long as they're not, hurting anybody or putting their hands on me. I really don't mind the fans at all. I mean, they paid their money, and in my opinion, everything is based off of them. Everything should be geared towards the paying customer. Every single thing. So much of what you see in professional wrestling has to do with because I always say this. The ego. It has to do with the ego of the wrestler. What happens is the ego of the wrestler wants to come in and they want to do all these cool moves, and they want to show their friends in the back that they can do these cool moves. And they all want to congratulate each other and say how great everything is, when in fact, if they were actually working for the fans, you would have actually had some emotional intelligence. You would have had some connection. They would have actually built to some of these moments and reacted, as opposed to just trying to get a 5-second GIF or just a clip of something that, and to be honest, the fans didn't even react to. But my little side shoot off there.
But you do it for the a smile of a young child's face.
That's right.
And a disabled child's face.
Yep.
An elderly person, a family member, just to make them feel great, man. It's a good feeling.
Big for me. Anytime there's a special need here, very big for me. I want to make sure that they come away from my merchandise table with something free. I want to make sure I go out of my way to take a photo or sign something, anything I can do. Because ultimately, again, without fans appreciating and supporting what we do, we're not even in the mix. And I think that unfortunately, a lot of the guys, they forget about that. They take that for granted. But as a wrestling trainer, as somebody that's been around long enough where I get put into situations with a lot of younger guys, I'm able to hopefully pass that on to them.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You always want to, because you have that one fan, and it's like he's your go-to fan, and he's special. You just got to make it happen. It's magic. It's, what I mean?
That's it. You hit it on the head. It's magic.
It's magic.
And so we should do everything we can to preserve that magic, to make it special, and to make sure that, as professional wrestlers, we do behave and we do act and we do invest in ourselves.
We actually did a show, Titan Championship did a show. It's online. We actually did a thing for a fundraiser show for a kid who is in a wheelchair, has palsy. He got his hands fixed, and my God, he just got like the biggest love of the community. Like
That's
every wrestler brought him something, a T-shirt, put it, and an award. He got like a trophy. It was great.
That's awesome.
His parents were it made made his day.
That's what it's all about. Like, great work.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can supply a little bit of a getaway, a little bit of an escape of what their everyday normal life is maybe not so great, and hey, guess what? Everyone else has that too, so that's what we're here for. Give them a little bit.
I'll send you that footage later. How's that?
Yeah, cool. I'll check it out.
Actually,
any last minute things here before I get flying away?
Go ahead. That's it. Anybody on the podcast? Anybody on our questionnaires? What is this, John? Oh, that's you. Who's this? Wrestling at its best. That's you? I guess somebody else. I don't know. Somebody's talking. One guest. Okay. What else do we got? What else do you have? You have any questions for me? You got anything for me?
Me? Questions for you?
Really? Yeah. Something random. Go ahead.
How long have you been doing the podcast?
5 years now. Going on 5.
5 years. 5 years. Who's been your favorite guest?
Oh, man. If I had to go back in time, I would have to say Dr. D. David Schultz.
Ooh, good one.
Or PCO.
Bumpin' Uglies, my band, the Bumpin' Uglies, wrote a song called "The Sad Sordid Tale of Dr. D. David Schultz."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because he actually came to my town and wrestled back in the mid '80s at NWF, National Wrestling NWF at the time, and
cool.
The Fantastics were there. Bruiser Brody was there. I got to see the best,
That's awesome, man.
Just to see David Schultz in the ring, out of character, before all that stuff. Well, when that stuff was going on with the news and all that too.
Right. That's probably when he got let go. He had to work on some independent shows, right? Mm. That's awesome, man. What a cool experience.
Who is this? Oh, Movado's the best. There we go. You got a.
Oh, thanks. Gee, you're so kind.
The love. Oh, and I'm the best too. Thank you, fans. Thank you very much. Give some likes.
Well, I'm happy to be here. Hopefully, some people enjoyed it. If there's ever anyone has questions for me, I'm pretty interactive with my fans. So, I've been promoting the social media stuff. So, like me on Facebook, Mysterious Movado.
Hold on. Wait a minute. We got it right here. Got it right here. Hold on. Boom.
Bam. Look at that. Right along there. How nice is that?
It is.
So yeah, hit me up on social media. Follow me. I was just recently involved in what I think was a pretty cool cinematic match that we had posted. Not doing a lot of the live stuff because of lack of fans, but I know some of the guys out in the pro wrestling world have put together some cinematic matches. So that's something that I've been promoting. So you can find that on my social media as well. And look for that. It's myself, the Mysterious Movado, against Elk, who is like a caveman from the past. Ooh. So take a look at that. We've got pro wrestling tees. We got all kinds of cool T-shirts and merch. So get at me. I'm actually selling some of my ring-worn masks and some gear as well. So if you're a collector and you're interested in some ring-worn masks, I've got some that are actually torn and blended. Make me an offer. Oh, yeah. Hey, I appreciate being on here, guys. Definitely. Thanks for having me.
Hey, anytime you want to come back, I'd like to have you come back after March or something. We'll do something when things get rolling for you.
Sounds good. That? I'll update you when I get a new look.
Huh?
I'll update you when I get a new look. I get a new evolved look.
Ooh, or a Masco. Ooh, you never know. Exactly. But anyway, fans, I want to say thank you to the Mysterious Movado for coming on the podcast tonight. And have a good night. And stay wrestling. And see you in the ring soon. Ding, ding,
stay
ding.
mysterious, guys.
Yes. Coming to a ring near you.
DDP Yoga.
Sales hi-fi. Oh, sorry.
That's right. All right. Take care, guys.
Yep. Bye-bye. All right, fans. That was the mysterious Movado. What a great conversation we had talking about his upcoming matches he has and his career. Fans, give him a check. Check him out on his social media right here. Give him a follow. Say hello to him at a show. Get some merch from him. And what a great character great character and a wrestler, you know. And he puts a smile on the kids' faces. And that's what it's all about. All right, fans. Well, guess what? Tomorrow night's Wednesday night. Stay tuned at 8 p.m. on the Deathmatch Russell podcast, as my guest will be indie pro wrestler at 8 p.m. Jay Bushi will be on a podcast. And fans, check it out. Thursday night, I'm not going to have one guest, but I'm going to have two guests. I'm going to have the international superstars, the Dream Girl, Ellie, and her partner, Blanco Loco, is going to be on a podcast. You've seen her in action on AEW Dark and much, much more, fans. She's everywhere. He's everywhere. And then on March 7th, he's on tonight's AEW Dark. You're just going to see, I'm going to be speaking to Sage Scott's going to be on the Deathmatch Russell podcast, fans. So stay tuned for that and many more podcasts after that. Thank you for listening to the Deathmatch Russell podcast. Have a good night, everybody.
Find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media: DeathmatchRussell.com. Follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32 and on Facebook, Facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Find me on Podcast City Network at PodcastCity.net. Facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share. And on Twitter at Podcast City Net. You can hear Deathmatch Russell podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes.
Hey, wrestling fans. Check out BootandHeel.com for all your independent wrestlers, apparel, and more. Also, check out Deathmatch Russell Podcast as well. www.bootandheel.com.